It's time for the buzz with the Queen Bee on the Devin Dixon Show.
Oh, it's about to get crazy, because here is the Queen Bee. It's time for the buzz, everybody. Greetings, Rachel. How you doing?
I'm fantastic. I'm actually coming to you from Las Vegas this week.
Las Vegas? Well, why don't you just well, you got things to do in Sin City, isn't it?
Well, I am going to actually do interviews at the Art of Boxing, which is a meet and greet Mandalay Bay with Tyson, Mayweather, and a bunch of other fighters, actually, tonight.
That'll be a lot of fun. You looking forward to it?
I am thinking it's going to be fantastic. So if anyone in St. George is actually in Vegas tonight, come on down to Mandalay Bay. It should be an awesome event. You should go to the USA Today sports page online and check out the that knockout they posted. I think when Tyson was 15 years old. I don't know why they had it up. I didn't even watch it. I just saw that it was one of the top stories. I guess it was pretty big time when he was just 15 years old. I didn't watch it. You'll have to go check that out. But maybe it'll spur some questions for Iron Mike tonight. Maybe. I'm looking forward to it.
Well, let's get into the buzz. What do we got leading off today on the show?
All right. So Taco Fall and Mamadou Niodi. I'm trying to pronounce this right. Nidiadi. I can't say it. They're both 7'6".
Right.
And it was a UC Irvine versus Central Florida game. Now, they're both incredible players, but they both whiffed the opening tip of Wednesday night's game between their two schools. Apparently the ref was feeling a little flirty and threw it up way too high, and they had to recover it, but it looked pretty special.
It's 7'6". They're tall, but they might not be the best, I guess.
Yeah. So you know, the bigger they are, the harder they fall. End of story.
What else we got?
Okay, so we need to talk about how University of Dakota, they've been searching for a new name because they have the Fighting Sioux nickname. Fine, whatever. I'm so tired of all these schools switching it. So they did a whole process. They spent like $200,000 for the nickname process. And now their new name is the Fighting Hawks.
Yes.
That's so boring. There's like 8 schools that already have Hawks. Is there really nothing? There's no other Fighting Hawks, but come on, really? That's the best they could do after $200,000 spent?
Yeah, I saw that. I saw that that was the new name, and I just kind of grazed over it. I wonder how many marketing dollars and how many think tanks and how many people had to come to that exciting conclusion.
Yeah, so exciting. I was on my seat riveted the whole time. Sorry, guys. All right, so we're going to talk about, I don't know if you heard about this story. The New Jersey Devils owner, his helicopter parking on a soccer field, and because of that, canceling the youth game going on. So this happened at St. Benedict's Preparatory School in New Jersey, in Newark, actually. Mm-hmm. So Sunday night, they started playing a game, and Josh Harris, who's the owner of the New Jersey Devils, someone had the helicopter land there and just sit there waiting for him. So it sat there so long that they had to actually cancel the game.
Really?
And so he completely destroyed a game. And, of course, he released a statement and said, I'm sorry, you're all welcome to come to the game. But, come on.
So the owner just parked...
somebody to check?
You ruined a youth game because he wanted to park
He didn't even show. Yeah, because apparently he shares that space with, youth. The field, they do, he pays to use it. But on the promise that he would never screw up, a schedule. And somebody on his team failed. And instead of, the team taking initiative and being oh, there's a game going on, maybe we should contact him and move it temporarily, they just sat there and everybody stood in the cold. Because it's cold right now back east. And they had to cancel the whole game. Everybody wasted their time.
That's kind of selfish, isn't it? I mean, really. You ruined these
awful.
They're freezing out there, waiting to play their game. If I was a parent, I would have been really, really frustrated.
They are not happy. Let's put it that way. So
he needs to make a PR move, come out, apologize. He needs to give him season ticket. Oh, he did?
He came out and said, listen, I'm sorry. The coaches, teams, and their families are open to being my guests in the upcoming Devils game. I'll be extending an invitation, and we're working with St. Benedict's to fix any future problems. But, this shouldn't even happen to begin with. somebody should have at least had a brain.
You know, when you're a billionaire, you just don't think of the little people. And
but the little people should be thinking about the little people on your team.
Well, I know exactly. That was where I was going. Thank you. But the 76ers, he's not offering suites at the 76ers games. He's offering New Jersey Devil tickets.
I'll pass.
Because the 76ers haven't won a game yet this season. And
they're definitely 0-13. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
All right.
Yep.
Yeah, he wins the Bonehead of the Week award.
Bonehead? Well, I don't know. There's another Bonehead of the Week. The Los Angeles Kings prospect. He's charged with attempted strangulation of his girlfriend. I think he might win Bonehead of the Week, honestly.
Yeah.
He's on the Manchester Monarchs, and he's a goalie. Patrick Bartosak. So he was selected by the Los Angeles Kings in the 5th round of the 2013 draft, and he was charged Tuesday with 12 different domestic violence-related charges. I mean, this guy beats crap out of his girlfriend and threats and everything. And they're like, oh, we're going to look into it now. No, kick him off the team. Be done.
Yeah.
Be done.
Yeah.
Don't even say we're going to look into it.
Yeah, you could chalk the first story up as honest mistake. Still bonehead, but this is just arrogant bonehead and needs to be locked up.
Exactly. The other one, let's mock him and,
move on.
Make fun of him for not doing. Yeah, exactly. I can get over the other one. This one, dumb of the week.
Yeah.
By default.
Yeah.
Okay, so I don't know if you heard about this. So Cam Newton apparently makes people really mad.
Oh yeah, I heard all about this. This is actually.
Mom writes crazy letter.
Yes, but I actually don't think his dance was vibrating thrust. But go on.
Wait, for anyone who hasn't heard this story, this woman wrote a letter to the Charlotte Observer, and they admonished him for having the audacity to dance. So, as you said, there's no really testing or whatever, and what she's saying is that all that dancing and having fun is setting a poor example for her daughter and all the other children in America. And I quote, "Because of where we sat, we had a close-up view of your conduct in the fourth quarter. The chest puffs, the pelvic thrust, the arrogant struts, and in-your-face taunting of both Titans players and fans. We saw it all." My God, they saw it all, the horror of the poor people. And then she goes on and says, he poisoned her daughter's experience, and she had to have her focus on the cheerleaders. Oh, because they set such a great example over Cam Newton dancing. I'm just saying.
Well, listen, the NFL has outlawed any team celebration, so you cannot just do anything you want in the National Football League. So Cam Newton and a lot of NFL players do these stupid dances, but whatever. You can't use props. You can't use your teammates. You can't team celebrate.
And the questions her daughter asked, that she said, won't he get in trouble for doing that? Is he trying to make people mad? Do you think he knows he looks like a spoiled brat?
Well,
if it's the worst conversation you have with your daughter, you're doing okay.
Well, that's the thing. I mean, I've been to NFL games with my son, and we've had some run-ins with some unruly fans that they hear a lot worse just out of the language department than they do in the. I mean, where's her head at? Why is she even? I mean, really?
We know the Charlotte Observer put it in there because it's so ridiculous.
Well, I know, but at the same time, isn't this lady this open letter, this fan, isn't she from Nashville? Aren't they Tennessee Titan fans? Right, so she's from the opposing team. She is there to see the Titans. So first of all, you have to take that for what it's worth. She does not like the opposing team.
Oh, people like this give me a headache, and there's so many of them now.
No, the NFL, I mean, there's a lot of tweets defending Cam Newton. A lot of people want to bring up race.
He doesn't need to be defended.
I heard Dan Le Batard and Stu Gotts talking about this, and they pointed out on the Sunday night game, did you not see Carson Palmer's reaction on the sideline?
Yes, Carson Palmer, how he told, this is actually a story. Drew Stanton dancing and Carson Palmer told the crowd to suck it very clearly. Like, that's any better?
Right. So why is Cam Newton getting... Because this lady wrote a letter. Non-story to me. Let's move on.
Anyway, so this story I find really interesting. It's bizarre, though. So this Florida Gators insider, I've never heard of him. I'm not, gigantic on Twitter. It's at Clutch Like MJ. Apparently, it was behind this kid was behind a popular Florida Gators Twitter account, and he was a big deal in Gators football and was even part of the recruiting effort. So in the early hours on Wednesday, he was actually ousted as a fraud. So, but what makes the story even worse is that he actually made $50,000 off Gator fans with merchandise and memorabilia and everything else that even players were wearing. So he took someone else's, it was some like high school kid, took someone else's picture, put it on there, and that's now like, well, it was all my personality, I took someone else's picture. But he said he had all this insider information and sold the info in his message board and would charge users $100 a year for access. So Stargator's cornerback Vernon Hargraves was even wearing one of his shirts and gave him a public shout-out. So kind of how it went down is Gator fans wanted to meet Ryan eventually in person, and he kept saying no. So somebody did a reverse phone search and discovered his real name and kind of put the pieces together from there. So this guy took $50,000, but technically, until they find actually that he defrauded and the information wasn't right, I don't know if they can go after him.
Wow. Catfishing
really
is back,
story.
huh?
Yeah, I don't. It's very, very, very bizarre. It had it up for a little over more than a year, the forum.
This kid is setting himself up for a life of fraudulent activity.
He's so going to be an internet scammer for his whole life.
He's going to make money, but it's not going to be probably on the up and up.
He might as well move to Russia now and just be ahead of himself and do it from there. I'm just saying.
Oh, man. All right, we got time for one more story. We're going to play some Buzz Type Trivia here on The Drive.
All right, we're going to talk about, again, the Sixers. We have to go back to that. It's so sad. So as we said earlier, they're 0-13. We know this, but they're
terrible.
So bad. They're trying to play with like 6 players on the court. Did you see? They're trying to accidentally sneak an extra player onto the court for like occasional plays. That they're that bad. That they're like, maybe the rest won't notice or take pity on us.
They have been a turnover from Arby's or your favorite restaurant. They cannot handle the ball right now.
It's like they're like 6-year-olds and they're like learning to walk again or play again. I don't know who's paying these players, but whoever is getting gypped.
Yeah, and their owners parking on kids' softball games or soccer games.
Yes, sure. Let's say he's doing things too. It's fine. Your life clearly already sucks with your team being that bad. Let's just give you fake things going on too in your life and just make you suck more. Fine.
That is the buzz with the Queen Bee. We had to end on the 0-13 76ers. Well done. We got to take just a quick time out. We want your phone calls. Fire up those phone lines, 673-9398. You can be the first to play Buzz Time Trivia when we come back.
More sports talk in 2 hours than you ever thought possible. Can't get enough of it. The Devin Dixon Show, right now, on Sports Radio.
Welcome back, Buzz Time Trivia. If you cannot get through, keep trying. 673-9398. We'll get to as many contestants as we can. And our first contestant is Larry. You're first up. Here's your question.
We're going to do kind of a cornucopia of everything today because I feel like it. How many players are on a handball team?
7.
You got it.
7. Wow, so confident, Larry. Nice job.
Really, dude? Good job.
Larry, I've got, how about if you can go to the SU football game on Saturday, I can give you 4-pack, or I can find something else if you can't make it.
Can't make it.
All right, let me see what I've got here. You know what? Let's give you a round of golf. I'm feeling you need to get out and golf. How about 18 holes at Sky Mountain, my friend?
That's great.
That's so easy. He takes a guess with 7. He's right on the money, and Larry...
I'm feeling today like I want to give away some prizes.
6, 7, 3.
Right.
Oh boy. I better get out my secondary prize package then. Let's go back to the phone lines. Who's this?
Sterling.
It was that easy for Larry. Let's see what you got here.
In badminton, how high is the net in the center?
In what?
In feet. In badminton, how high is the net in the center?
How high is the net?
Yep.
Oh, my goodness. 10 feet.
No, it's 5 feet.
He was only half off. Let's give him a half full guess there. Not bad. You know what? I would have completely took a stab at that as well.
Maybe there's nothing wrong with taking a stab.
Yeah. 673-9398. 673-9398. Let's get to some more contestants. What's your name?
This is Dave.
Dave, here's your question.
How many players are in a regular netball team?
What ball?
Netball. Do you know what netball is?
Nope.
Kind of similar to basketball, except you can't move when you're holding the ball.
5.
7.
7 netball. Who knew that? I did not know that.
Well, there you go. Now you're learning things.
Back to the phone lines. You're next up. What's your name?
Brad, what's up?
Hey, what's up, buddy? All right, here you listen close. This is
All right, this one has to be multiple choice because of the format, but it's okay.
Okay.
Which of these generally is the heaviest of these sports balls? Lacrosse, baseball, tennis, or field hockey?
The heaviest, lacrosse, baseball.
Tennis or field hockey?
Boy.
Well, we know it's not tennis.
Yeah, I'm going to say, I have no idea about field hockey. I'm going to say lacrosse.
It's field hockey.
That's what I said.
Get out.
Yeah, totally.
Oh, he was like, I have no idea, so it might be the heaviest, but I'll go lacrosse.
Let's go with the one that I'm unsure. It's fine. Whatever.
Let's go back to the phones. Who's this?
Brian.
Brian, here's your question.
What is the maximum number of players on one badminton team?
3.
2.
You can't have a
Come on,
sub.
bro.
You can't have a sub
You
in
were
badminton,
feeling
huh?
so confident. I just shut you down.
Oh, why can't you have a sub?
Because you're generally playing with one, and then you add another one as a sub, I guess. I don't know. Who plays badminton anymore?
I don't know
that.
that
In gym in middle school. I don't know.
I don't know that I've ever played badminton. I mean, maybe I've hit the birdie around, but I don't remember actually playing a game.
I don't know.
All right, back to the phone lines. Who's this?
It's Brad.
Brad, here's your question.
How many players are on a regular water polo team?
On a team or when they're playing?
On a regular water polo team.
Like while they're in the pool or the full team?
The full team.
He has no idea. I love this. The pause for effect. If you
While
get
they're in the pool, I'm going to say water polo. I'm going to say 9.
7.
Oh! Somewhat close. Somewhat close. We got time for one more. 673-9398.
This one, I have a feeling, if someone doesn't get this last one, then we have a problem in America.
Really? Uh-oh.
Yeah,
There's a lot of pressure on this question. Then who's this?
Laramie.
Laramie. All right. We've got a problem in America, I've been told, if you do not know the answer to this question. Are you ready?
America.
Ready.
What is the diameter of a regular-sized basketball hoop in inches?
The diameter of a regular-sized basketball. Oh, I have no clue. Let's say
He's
12 inches. I don't know.
12 inches. It's got to be bigger than 12 inches, Laramie.
Oh, man, I have no idea.
It's got to be between 1 foot and 2 feet. It's not bigger than 2 feet.
It is
The diameter
inches.
of a basketball?
It's 18 inches.
18 inches. 18
Oh,
inches.
wow.
Wow. Thanks, buddy. Hey, I don't know that everybody knew that. There was some that were yelling at their radio right there, though.
Everyone's yelling at the radio.
Oh, my goodness. We'll try to maybe see if we can get the buzz in next week, but with Thanksgiving on a Thursday, of course, we don't know yet, but we'll work it out.
Which, of course, I will be in St. George for, and, of course, we have no show.
Well, it's Thanksgiving. It's the one Thursday a year guaranteed I get a holiday paid vacation.
Fine.
Hey, you keep up the good work. Enjoy Vegas and the MGM or the Mandalay Bay or wherever you're at.